Looking for financial insights you can trust?
How do you protect yourself as an investor? What's the strategy?
I think it's really simple. I think you just want to be diversified in your portfolio.
The Payne family brings real-world experience to every conversation.
Well, I think that's the problem right now is, right, a lot of people that are close to retirement, they're taking so much risks. And if we do get a big sell-off, it could derail their retirement.
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Sunday morning. With us is Senator George Borrello, and he's from the Western New York. And one of these days, I'm going to say it right,
You're getting closer. Chautauqua
County. I said it, Chautauqua County.
There we go.
It's beautiful country over there. I've been there many, many times. We have a lot of convenience stores there. We have a lot of gas stations there. And it's a great area. And you want to know something? A lot of great people there, too, because I've attended a lot of dinners and galas over there. And,
thank you.
Well, Senator Borrello, common sense. What the heck is going on in New York City, New York State?
Well, that's one thing that's really in short supply here is common sense, and we're seeing this now. Mayor Mamdani, while he has yet to fill out his cabinet, while we don't have someone in charge of sanitation for New York City, he's deciding he's going to roll out his tax increase plans and put pressure on Governor Hochul and the Democrats in Albany to bow to his demands. And the guy that said he was going to tax the rich is now talking about things like increasing the sales tax, which is not exactly taxing the rich now, is it? He's talking about increasing corporate taxes and which hits small businesses as well.
I hear the number that they're looking at is 10% sales tax,
which is outrageous. That will be the largest sales tax anywhere in New York State, and also you're already paying a lot of taxes in New York State in general, but in New York City in particular, people pay a tax for the privilege to drive into work. This is not taxing the rich. This is taxing the working class. If you work in Manhattan and you live in one of the outer boroughs or Long Island or wherever, you're paying a tax just for the privilege of driving into New York City. These are the kind of things that that Zohran Mamdani loves. I mean, it's the Marxist economic plan, and that's the problem. There is no common sense to this. And here's what's already happening in New York State. We just found out the news. New York's probably going to lose 2 more congressional seats in this next census and the next redistricting. 2 more seats after losing, I think, a half a dozen already. New York is bleeding population, and the population we are bleeding the most are the productive people, the people that own businesses, that pay taxes. And Zohran Mamdani wants to drive them out even further with these ridiculous tax increases.
And I also understand they might go to 13.5%. The number I hear rumors of 13.5% on state taxes.
Yeah, and that's again another one. He calls it's only a couple more percent for the wealthiest people. No, it's a huge increase. And here's the thing about the wealthiest New Yorkers right now that are already paying nearly half the taxes, if not more, in this state. They're going to leave. We already know that because they are leaving. And when you are someone who is at the top echelon, you probably already have a home in a state where there's zero sales tax. We see this literally every single day. People fleeing New York to go to lower tax states like Florida. And for someone who already has a home there, it's a matter of just filling out a change of address card. And now all of a sudden you're living in Florida. For the middle class, for the working class, it's not that easy. And who's going to end up paying all of these increases in the cost of government? It's going to be the working class. Okay, the mobile classes, the people at the higher end of the income spectrum, they have options. It's the working class that's going to suffer as a result of this, this Marxist economic playbook that Mamdani is pushing.
Now, but this is an election. It's an election year, and Governor Hochul is an election year. Doesn't she have to be careful?
Well, yeah, and trust me, she's already moving. She's voluntarily suspended the all-electric buildings mandate, which you and I have talked about. She's pushing to try to tamp down some of the worst parts of the climate leadership and all these ridiculous laws and rules that have made New York far more expensive. She's hitting the pause button temporarily to get herself through the election. But remember, she's going to hit that play button if she wins re-election. And that's what everyone has to understand. they're going to have a battle in Albany to try to push back against Zohran Mamdani's increases, but that may only be temporary. There may only be a short win to get them all through the election. The long-term solution is a change in leadership. We need responsible people, common sense leadership, and people that understand that the productive people in New York State are the ones that are footing the bill now, and we need to make it better for them and not worse.
Understood. What else you want to tell? I mean, we got a minute left. What do you want to tell all New Yorkers? I mean, don't leave. Tell them don't leave. There's hope coming.
Yes. Well, first of all, John, you and I are the same. We're not leaving. We're staying. We want to make things better. That's why you do what you do, and I do what I do. As a small business owner, I want to see people be able to thrive here. But New York State is a great place. It really is. From Western New York, where I live, down to New York City, up to the North Country, the Hudson Valley, it's a beautiful place, and we have to make it a great place to raise a family, run a business, and for people to be able to live a good life and not just survive but thrive. This is what Mamdani and the DSA and all the other Marxists and socialists want. They want an equal amount of misery for everyone. And that is not a state that I want to live in. This is not a third world country. This is not Venezuela. But this is the kind of playbook that the Democrats in charge are bowing down to when they start listening to the likes of Zohran Mamdani, the Democratic Socialists, the Marxists, and everyone else that right now is puffing their chest out after this most recent win. They are trying to impose their version of this dystopian society on the rest of us, and we have to push back. We have to let common sense New Yorkers stand up and prevail.
Senator George Borrello from Chappaquiddick. No, not Chappaquiddick.
Not Chappaquiddick. Chautauqua County.
Chautauqua County. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
Great, thank you.
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and busts. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.